Test 1 2. Testing. Test 1 2. Testing. What is your go-to mosh move? What is your what?
Stupid as fuck.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Dude, this is so stupid and embarrassing. Okay. It's literally like, no. That's how they would do it. That's what I do.
What is your go-to mosh move?
Picking up change, and then the spin, bop, bing, bop, boom, bam. That was shit that you couldn't understand. You hear me?
Guess what? April Fools came late. That was Ghidorah, motherfucker. Wow, I love music. How are we all feeling? Yeah? Let's move it up like 2 to 3 steps, everybody. This guy gets it. Fuck yeah. These guys get it. Hell yeah. Yo! How are we fucking feeling today?
Cool. We are here in Lubbock, Texas. We're out here at the Radioactive Laboratory, Radioactive Laboratory, Studio 1. I'm here with Madi Watkins, who is the lead singer of Year of the Knife. You are from Delaware, correct?
I am from Delaware.
So, one thing I just kind of want to ask you certain questions about, y'all performed at places like Hellfest, Outbreak Fest. Why does it matter to still come here to smaller venues and that are intimate, and to be with fans like this here in the small market?
I still think that big fest and shows are important, but to me, I like smaller shows better because you can really see people appreciating the music more. And sometimes big shows, I'm like, there's too many people. I don't even know if they fuck with us or not. So I like playing smaller places.
Yeah, but being out here, since y'all are from Delaware, that's a very far place compared to since we're here in West Texas. Being from Texas, we hear bands talk about the pros and cons of being from the state that they're in. Would you have anything to say? What are some pros and cons being from Delaware and being from that scene?
Being from Delaware, I think Delaware is cool because it's one of the only tax-free states in America.
Okay.
Which I know that's not really a big deal, but it's cool. The price that you see, that's the price you're gonna pay. And then I think it's really close to a lot of other cities that I don't think I would enjoy living. I could not do New York City or Philly, but I like that we can really quickly get to them. And Baltimore, I like being able to just go. If you get a show there, it's only an hour and a half. That's not bad.
Right. So listening to your voice, I actually love your voice. Your voice is very beautiful. And so with that being said, it has been said that you were a theater kid at one time, right?
That is very true.
Okay, so with you being a theater kid, we hear your voice. It's harsh. It's in a good way. It's harsh. It's deep, and there's a lot of emotion to it. But with you being a theater kid, do you have any theater kid instincts? Do you still have musicals that you sing out loud? Do you have, is there something what a theater kid would do that's still inside of you?
Yeah, I still love musical theater. So I went to a performing arts school for middle school and high school, and that was forever ago now. But I love musical theater, and my mom even took me to see the Wicked musical last year, and I was like, this is so cool. And I feel like I don't think that singing has anything to do with like how I scream, but I think that it made me feel more comfortable. Like if you can feel comfortable singing, you can feel comfortable screaming. Which
With you being a woman in the hardcore scene, what are some challenges that come out of that?
sometimes people are just like a little bit judgmental, but I also feel like it's not people that would ever say anything to me. So I just have like, I don't know, I feel like I just have to like be unaffected by people that would only say shit online.
Would you say you have experienced gaining respect from others after they heard you up there on stage?
Yeah, and like honestly, we've had the past few shows we've been playing, people have come up afterwards and they were like, I'm so excited to see you. Like, this was so cool for me. And that makes me feel so happy. It's like, that's what I want from shows, is to like connect with the people.
I will ask, after the accident, do you feel like going on that stage, does it seem more chaotic now? Is there a different feeling compared to before that happened and after it happened?
Weirdly, so even before the accident, I've always been like very, very nervous, which like people are like, I couldn't tell you were nervous. I'm like, awesome. I don't want you to be able to tell. And like, I think after the accident, like people are just very vocal about like, I didn't know what to expect. I've seen you before. I didn't know if you would be like the same or worse or better. And they're like, it was really, really cool to see you again. So I think if anything, it's made me feel more comfortable and more confident, which is awesome.
What is your message to the little girls right now who are going to be the future woman vocalists in this scene? What is your message right now to them looking into the future?
I think looking into the future, like, don't ever see somebody else as like, oh, I could never be that person. I could never like perform that way, or I'm never gonna sound that way. Like, I think the worst quality you can have is to be like self-deprecating. You should be like, no, I'm the shit. Like, I'm gonna go out there and I'm really gonna wow these people. That's the way to be.
Well, there you go, Madi. I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. I'm looking forward to your show. I'm actually very excited to see you perform. I know you got some upcoming shows coming up here in Texas, right?
Yeah.
You're going to be at the Rubber Glove in Denton, and you're going to be at Paper Tiger in San Antonio, correct?
Yeah.
I'm very excited for you because those are two places I love dearly. Paper Tiger. I've been to a lot of shows, so I'm very excited for y'all. But thank you again. I really appreciate you taking the time. Thank you.
Of course,
Thank you.
This next track is our last song.
Last song.
what I experienced, that was that was a great show, by the way.
Thank
Cole Rodgers from Scalp, thank you for joining us. I just want to talk to you for a little bit. I will say your performance was very passionate. You could tell the energy that you bring out, um, the the lyrics that you have. It's very, in a good way. It's very harsh. I do appreciate that. You can tell there's a lot of soul that comes out of it. But when it comes to Scout, what is something that's misunderstood about y'all that you feel like that needs to be explained more? Is there anything that's misunderstood about you? Nothing. What would you say
whatever people want to say, they
okay?
Could say. We I don't know, whatever the fuck they want to do.
So
there's no agenda of anything. So whatever they want to say, people can say, people can feel, and that's about it.
I was asking you if it was, sorry if I was disrespecting you by saying you're a Cali boy, but during the show you say you're from Texas. Where exactly in Texas were you from?
First 3 years of my life,
yeah,
I lived in Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Texas, and
then I moved to California.
And that's Dallas, right?
That's Dallas.
So you're from Orange County, correct?
Lived in Orange County basically my entire life.
So being in that area, because I talked to Madi Watkins earlier. They're from the East Coast. You're from the West Coast. What does that seem like? What because we're here in Texas. Texas has its own scene. What does the Cali scene like?
Cali scene's popping off. California scene's popping off. Yeah, LA, there's an insane amount of bands right now. San Diego, the amount of power violence and young kids coming out with punk bands is next level. And then obviously the Bay has been going off for the last couple of years, and everyone knows that.
So Cali, do you love it? Do you hate it? What's been your overall view of California? Because people have their own views of what Texas is, and there's a lot of comparisons of what Texas is and what California is. What's something that you would say that's good about Texas that you've experienced?
I like Texas from just the freeness of Texas, I guess you could say. But I also love California, and I wouldn't want to live anywhere else.
So, do you listen to any country music at all?
I listen to a lot of country music.
What artists would you say that you listen to when it comes to country?
That's pretty basic, but mine are basically the Outlaws.
So Waylon Jennings, Willie
Nelson, Merle Haggard.
What do you think about when it comes to Waylon Jennings, who is from here? Actually, he was from Littlefield, which is about 40 minutes, north of here. But that. The history that comes out of here in Lubbock, I don't know if but, Buddy Holly's from here, which is always talked about. But Waylon Jennings, is there something that you've taken from those Texas artists that you kind of reflect on your attitude and how you feel about society?
I would say for sure. I think a lot of that stuff was kind of like being passionate about your community and being passionate about where you live and how you're able to live there. And kind of being not too passionate about the law enforcement around those areas and kind of saying fuck you to those guys. So I kind of like that. They all love the area they lived at and love the way they're able to live there, but didn't give a shit about people trying to put anything on them about it.
In Orange County, what because I've always heard that it's a very conservative state, but what is that? Did that have an effect on you as well?
I would probably say no, but someone else probably say yes.
Right. When it comes to California, I'm assuming you're a Mexican food person, right?
100%.
Texas Mexican food or Cali Mexican food?
Mexican food.
Why is that?
100% California Mexican food.
Just the taste,
the taste of it. Everything that's used in it, it's Mexican.
I respect it.
I like Tex-Mex, like Mexican food in Texas, but it's got that Texas flair, and I like Mexican food.
There you go.
I love all my Mexican brothers and sisters. That's why.
I like to ask this a lot because y'all go out traveling, but you're from Cali, so you have experience with In-N-Out Burger, Whataburger. Have you had Whataburger before?
I have.
What is there? Which
no
one of the two?
No to In-N-Out.
And why is that?
It sucks.
What because when it comes to Texas, I always hear Texans too. A lot of them are falling into the into the cult, I would say, of In-N-Out Burger. But to me, I would say the reason why Whataburger has it over is because of the breakfast. Have you ever had the breakfast at Whataburger?
I haven't had the breakfast at the Whataburger, but I'm also not a breakfast guy, so
well,
that's
if you get a chance, I would say try the honey butter chicken biscuit or the breakfast burger.
I hate honey.
Well, at least try the breakfast burger. That's one of the go-to.
I'll try it. I'll let you guys know.
Cali desert heat or Houston humidity? What do you think?
Cali desert.
You don't do no humidity at all?
So it destroys me when it gets hot out here. I'm dying with the humidity. I cannot. My body doesn't work with it.
Disneyland or Universal Studios?
Can't comment.
Can't comment.
I haven't been to either or.
Either one? Well, there you go. Have you ever been to Six Flags?
Went to Six Flags. No, I haven't been to Six Flags.
Okay,
I've been not there.
Well, if you ever get a chance, if you're ever in Arlington, Texas, which Pantera is from, you got to hit up Six Flags. So there you go. I'm with Cole Rodgers. Cole, I appreciate you talking to me for a little bit.
Thank you.
Like I said, I enjoyed your performance. To me, it was truly a beautiful sight to see. I could tell just by the way you're screaming into the mic how you're, just throwing your arms. You get the crowd going. And so that's what I really appreciate about you. So, but thank you. I appreciate it. Cole, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, dog.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank y'all. Duncan, first off, before I guess we get into certain things, the performance that you did during the judiciary set at Jake's.
Yeah.
I love your passion, especially just the way your stage presence.
Yeah.
I feel like you use the stage as a playground, and it shows. And you're up there, you're kicking your feet, you're whatever.
Yeah.
I love the way you talk to the crowd. How do you feel, when it comes to controlling the crowd and you getting people going? What is that doing to you mentally?
Shit, that's a big question. I don't know, man. I just kind of feed off of what people are giving me. Sometimes if a show's not really reciprocating what I'm trying to give, I will overdo it. It's not really the best thing to do, but I feel like that's important to just put your ass into whatever you're doing, pretty much. So I've kind of just always lived with that mentality of just putting everything you can into something, and if they like it, cool, that's awesome. If not, at least I know for myself that I did as good of a job as I could, so.
Hobbs, New Mexico.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
where you were born?
That's where I was born. Yeah.
Okay. And how did you go to high school at
Yeah,
Hobbs?
I grew up in Hobbs, moved to Lubbock for about 5 years, started playing shows in Lubbock, and then I just recently moved back to Hobbs. So.
If you could think, what was your first house show here in Lubbock?
In Lubbock?
In Lubbock, yeah. What was the first show that really, I guess, pretty much got you going to what to lead into you getting into this? Was Lubbock a big inspiration of you getting into that kind of music,
Yes.
or was that already there when you were at Hobbs?
It was starting to build while I was in Hobbs, just because the internet was like that's where you found everything, was like Facebook and Instagram already by the time I was in high school. But Lubbock was the only city besides Albuquerque, which is 4 hours away from Hobbs. Lubbock is closer than Albuquerque, so like I would just come to shows all the time, beg my parents to pull up. The first actual show where like I felt like I was included in Lubbock, I mean, I had played shows with other bands, but one of my first bands played Judiciary's record release show for Surface Noise in 2018, and that was kind of my introduction into meeting everybody. Jake and Austin really took me in, and they helped me build like a relationship with people, which is awesome.
What's something about the Lubbock scene that you really appreciate compared to other scenes like in East Texas and South Texas or Central Texas?
The fact that we all have a bond, knowing that nobody gives a fuck about us to begin with, so we have to prove to those people that we matter, and that means a fuck ton to me. Is just proving how good this city is and cities like this. I don't like people who stick their nose up towards small towns. I'm willing to hear them out, and I'm willing to show them why they're wrong. That's all I gotta say.
Hell yeah, there you go. Yeah, because when it comes to West Texas, growing up, we always heard about, there's not that much going on, and there is, but I do think it could grow from what it is. Yeah. But would you say, other than West Texas, what are some other parts of Texas that have really inspired you overall?
If it wasn't in Lubbock, I was going to shows in Denton a lot, which is like a smaller subgroup of people from Dallas. They had a lot of really cool local shows that always happened there. I met a lot of my closest friends still to this day are from Denton, and it's because I just would frequent shows up there. And Denton and Odessa were two of the first places that really brought me and my friends in, besides Lubbock, of course, and Odessa's really close also.
Going back to New Mexico, does Hobbs really give into the green chili stuff, or is it so close to West Texas? How different is Hobbs compared to the western part of New Mexico?
Hobbs is a little bit of both, but there's no mountains, is the thing, right? So it feels like you're pretty much in Odessa or Lubbock the entire time, but there's green chilies for sure. We appreciate it. That's what I gotta say. Yeah.
Did you ever have to shop in Lubbock for school shopping?
Every fucking year. Every year. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh man, yeah. Like I said, thanks for the time to talk with me. I really wanted to highlight you. I got some good footage of you, so yeah, hell yeah. So I really appreciate what you do, and I tell this all the time. Thank you for being part of West Texas and being that name that hopefully takes it to a different level. And sure. I really appreciate your style, your passion. Thank you for what you do, and keep going. Yeah, oh yeah, I'll see you in some other shows coming up. Yeah. What do y'all got going on after this? Are y'all traveling with the rest of the other bands?
No. This is our last local show for a while. We're probably going to go back and write, and then we just put out a record in January, so we're working on some routes around that. We're all in different bands also, so we kind of have to figure out when we're going to do Emaciated stuff around all of our other bands, so.
Are you a physical media collector?
Yes, I am.
Would you say you collect vinyl or records or cassettes or CDs? What type of physical media are you into?
I was big I still am big into vinyl, but it is a very expensive hobby, and I spent a lot of money my first few years touring the country, just collecting vinyl. So I've started to go over to cassettes. Don't have a tape player anymore. I'm gonna buy another one soon, but I've been building up a pretty good cassette collection.
There you have it, Duncan. Really appreciate you. Oh yeah, thank you. You take care of yourself. Be safe out there. Thank y'all. Talk to you soon.
Dude, that's awesome.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know I was allowed to do that. Who's first time seeing Fear of the Knife tonight? Who's first time seeing Scalp tonight? It's a huge pleasure to have bands like that coming here, where people, I mean, let's fucking face it, people don't give us the time of day sometimes, and they're fucking wrong. They're fucking wrong, they're stupid. They can get off their high horse and they can hang out and I'll give them some money for it sometime. Yo, check it out! This is a new song. It came off of our EP that we put out in January. It's about the second coming of Christ and how we turned him into a fucking robot and it hurt him. Happy Easter. This song's called Testimony.